What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the Aces High podcast. We're your hosts, Miriah and Ty. Ty, happy Monday. Week 4 in the books. That means episode 4 of Aces High podcast. How you doing, my guy?
I'm doing good. It's a good Monday. A little hot, but it's good nonetheless. Happy to be here chatting with you.
Yeah, I know all about hot. Living in a blow dryer right now, that's my life. So here we are.
What a description.
I always say it feels like I'm living in a blow dryer bowl.
Oh my gosh.
Chat, what's up? Happy Monday. Hope everybody is doing great. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Got throwback first in the door.
Yeah,
Appreciate
what up?
it, sir. Don, what's good,
Hey,
Don?
Always good to see Don.
Miriah.
Yep.
The birthday girl has returned. Daniel Berry, what's good? What's good? All those that are watching, that watch back on replay, whatever, all of you guys that are out there, we appreciate you guys.
Indeed.
Tia, what's good?
Tia's in the house.
Good to see you. This has been like lots of weeks in a row that you've been here. I'm so proud. I'm so happy. It had been like 6 months since I had seen you around, I think.
Yeah.
Now she has
for
returned.
A while. Rising up like the phoenix.
Tio thinks he knows something about Alicia Clark.
Hey.
Tio?
I'll be eyeing my woman.
She's under me right now, so
Oh, look at that. I'm fighting an uphill battle here.
Oh, okay. Tia's off Mondays. That makes sense.
There you go.
It's a good day to do this then, because you're here.
Yep.
So the Aces actually had 3 games this past week since we last talked to you all. And unfortunately lost 2 of them. We're going to get into all of that. But before we do that, there's a bunch of other stuff going on that, we'll get into. We want to start, though, talking about, somebody that she should be leading the race for MVP right now. And probably I don't think anybody will even come close to beating her out this season. She might win MVP and DPOY both again. Asia, she's just an amazing woman on the court, off the court. Before we get into her play and all that, I was talking to Tanya, and now she's not an Aces fan or, anything. She does watch women's basketball. She is a WNBA fan. So she had sent me this clip, and it was a clip from, I think, from last season. And it was of the Aces locker room. And I forget specifically like what they are doing now, but, just what we're used to seeing, just them getting along, them showing love, joking around, how we've known them, to be. And she's like, I love this, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's last year, but that is exactly it. It wouldn't matter if it was 2 years ago, last year, you pull up a clip from this year, still the same, because that locker room is so awesome. And It's led by a star that is unselfish, a star that cares more about her teammates and those around her, than her own self most times. And I'm so grateful. Like, I always think, we even started this entire podcast comparing her and a leader that the Aces used to have on the team. And, I always think about that, compare those two, because where the Aces would be right now if it wasn't for Asia, like, I have no clue. Like, for her to bring this city its first championship, for it to bring this city its first back-to-back championships, Like she's forever, ever, ever gonna be my GOAT. And every season, like we watch her and it's just like amazing what she does on the court. It's amazing the things that we hear that she does off court, how much her teammates love her. And each year she just keeps getting better. Like I keep thinking like, okay, this is her. Like she's reached it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then she shows up this season and somehow it's breaking records and like without her starting point guard, without, without the best circumstances around her, without the team flying through and winning all these games, she still is being amazing. So we wanted to start off by, showing her love and, just because she's just awesome. And it's funny because this whole last couple of weeks we have talked about this rookie getting her ass kicked, this rookie getting her ass kicked, this player getting this player, all this different stuff. And these 3 games since we last talked to you guys last Monday that the Aces played, 2 of them, Asia's bleeding. And, like, and she's still out there being a superstar. Like the game against Dallas, she's literally got her face smashed in, blood's pouring down her face. A couple plays later, her contact gets knocked out of her eye.
Yep.
Like she's getting no calls, like crazy. And she's just still out there being a superstar. So, Ty, while I put this clip on, I'll let you go ahead and talk about the superstar.
When you talk about the face of the league, who's the face of the league? It's Asia Wilson. We can try to prop up other players. They can try to prop up these rookies. It's clearly her. I mean, what she's doing out there is next level. It's stuff we haven't even seen before. And her game is far beyond something we've seen. I mean, like she's a combination of like Maya Moore and Lisa Leslie right now. She can kill you from the outside, from the inside. She could drive to the basket, back to the basket. It doesn't matter. When she's in her flow and in her rhythm, she's unstoppable. I mean, this play right here, I mean, that's a 6'4" center right there, looking like a guard. Like, that's unreal. And you can see her, a player bigger than her, no problem. Small than her, piece of cake. She can literally do what she wants out there. And she makes it look smooth and easy. I mean, look at that swish. That is beautiful. She is playing some beautiful basketball right now. And it's not talked about enough what she's doing. And, she's leading the league in points. She's leading the league in rebounds. She's tied for the league in blocks per game. And I believe she's 6th in the league. Look at this 3-pointer. Swish. All net. Come on now. 6th in the league in steals. I mean, she's literally doing it all from both ends of the floor. But Miriah, it's like you pointed out, and it's like we talked about in the first episode. She's not just all about herself. It's the leadership. Right? We with that famous clip last year of her yelling at Jackie Young, shoot it. Because Jackie forced the ball into her when she was open. She's like, shoot it. We get paid to shoot. Encourage her to shoot. Encouraging a young Kate Martin or rookie coming off the bench. Hey, shoot, play your game. We got your back. We believe in you.
A Kate Martin last night that in her press conference after her first start in the WNBA says, I'm not just sitting next to the best basketball player in the world. I'm sitting next to the best leader that I've ever been around.
Boom. Boom. I mean, she does so much. And it's like you said, yeah, when the team like turned the reins over to her and she really like stepped up and became that leader, they got rid of who, she who will not be named.
Because then
the
she
whole
shows up.
thing turned around. The whole thing turned around. So yeah, Asia definitely deserves her flowers. She needs to be discussed more. And I mean, if you just watch her play, you will be You will love what you're seeing.
After last night's game, like I said, we lost, but it was with her 20th point. This was last night. With her 20th point tonight, A'ja Wilson has the most consecutive WNBA 20-point games in WNBA regular season history with 14.
Yep.
After every game, it seems like they're putting out something that she's, either the first player to do this or passes this or, always something. And that's what I'm, like things like that. It's just, right before that, another one, and the Aces, lead it off by saying milestone after milestone. Congrats on 4,000 career points.
That's right. Yep.
So there's that as well. But yeah, like I said, and to hear like Kate, every time she's up there in a press conference, she talks about like how amazing A'ja is and, like about everybody. But, like we even seen that clip that was going around for Kate's birthday. And, A'ja is the one there putting the crown on her head.
Yep,
she's the one, got the cake. And Becky said, they're in Dallas at that time, and Becky said A'ja is the one that went out and got that cake. Like she's not having somebody else go do it or like she's going out to get the stuff to do that, like for a rookie on her team. Like that's the kind of superstar that we have, and like you just can't even say enough good things about her. Like I feel so if. Of course, I want the Aces to win a championship for the next, how many years straight. But like, I already feel so spoiled and grateful to have, back-to-back championships because of her leading the charge, like, like I think like with Becky, like, yeah, we might have the best, head coach in the W right now. But does Becky even come here if you don't have a superstar like A'ja?
Right.
Who knows?
Yep.
So, it's definitely and I hate like, so, constantly now the argument is, oh, this person's bringing eyes to the W and this person's doing this and this person's doing this and this person's the face of the W. And it's just like, she's been doing that.
Yeah.
It's been her. Like, just because some of you guys are new, like those that are new, they know.
Exactly.
You don't have to be an Aces fan to know. And, like even last night, like I'm listening to a space, a WNBA space, and they're talking about, and this is when that people are just talking when they have no clue what the fuck they're talking about, right? Like they just hear something and then continue to spread the same BS around.
Oh, yes.
The whole, oh, well, A'ja's not marketable. That's why she didn't have her shoe deal. That's why it took Caitlin coming in and getting her shoe deal first for then A'ja to finally get offered a shoe deal. And it's like, you people have no clue what the hell you're even talking about.
Nope.
Like, and if you did, you would know that shoe deal's been in the works for a couple of years. You would know, like, I turn on the WNBA app. That's A'ja's face that pops up. The very first person that you see. Like, so if she wasn't marketable,
Nike wouldn't have signed her. Let's talk about that. Nike wouldn't have signed her. Nike wouldn't be making her the face of their like women's basketball thing, where they're not just giving her a shoe, they're giving her a whole like collection. She's gonna have sweats and shirts and all this stuff. It's a movement.
A movement.
Like, and people just narrow-minded. That's what they are. Talking about a shoe. Oh, she's got a shoe. She got a whole thing in the works.
She got more than a shoe.com, okay?
Exactly. Exactly. And it's been in the works for years.
We got Aloha from Honolulu, Hawaii.
Honolulu.
Welcome.
That's what I'm talking about.
Welcome. I wish I was in Honolulu, Hawaii right now. I wish I was in any part of Hawaii right now besides right inside a volcano. Would be nice. What's the temperature like over there in Hawaii right now? We've been talking about how hot it is. I'm in Vegas, so it was like, it's been 110-ish the last few days. Yeah. we always say once it's over like 110, it's just all the same. It's hot. It's
Yeah.
110,
You're just burning up
120.
no matter
Hot.
what. Yeah. Yeah.
But welcome to the channel. Appreciate you
Yeah.
coming through from Hawaii.
Yes,
Sin.
indeed.
Hey,
Hey,
Sin.
Sin.
She says, I don't know anything about the WNBA, but I'm here. Well, this is
Well,
how
this is a
you
good
learn,
place to
Sin.
be. Exactly. We'll
We
put you on
appreciate you.
without all the fluff. I'll tell you like it is.
There you have it. All right, so we wanted to put some shine on her. We also want to put some shine on just some other players that are doing great things, because like we said, a lot of the attention, of course, goes to Caitlin, goes to Chicago Barbie, all rightfully so, but there's other people in the league that are doing amazing things. So we just wanted to make sure that they're getting their shine as well. A couple that I wanted to start with, one being a rookie, and that's Camila Cardoza. Obviously, those that know, she had a rough start to the season because she got hurt during the preseason game. She wasn't able to start the season. Once she finally came back, they were starting her off the bench. So she finally got her first start this past week. So I just want to shout out to her. Obviously, Kate Martin as well got her first start yesterday in the place of an ill Jackie Young. And, like I said, we lost that game, but it wasn't because of Kate Martin. So couple, and also in the game last night, and somebody that showed love to Kate, and I love this after the game, was Rakia Jackson. They were paired up most of the game, and they both had a pretty good game. And after Rakia had put out a tweet saying shout out to Kate Martin, she's like that or something in those words. So I thought that was pretty cool. Because there's at one point she's doing the too small to Kate, and it, of course, they're playing a game. It's all competition. She gets done with the game, and the first thing she does is tweet out and show respect to Kate Martin. So I thought that was really cool. As well as Brink on LA. Like she's been, I think she's been playing great as long as she stays out of foul trouble, I know. There's of course she's a rookie. There's some things that she needs to work on, but she's having a pretty good start to the season as well. Who are some players that you wanted to throw some shine on?
One in particular is Kayla McBride. She is balling, and it's something about those guards from Notre Dame. Man, can they shoot? And right now, she is shooting the lights out of the thing. I mean, she's over the past 2 games, she's shooting over 70% from 3-point land. That's insane. I believe she tied Diana Taurasi for most threes over a 3-game stretch. She had 8 in one game and 7 in her last game. I mean, she is on fire right now. And she's always been a good shooter. She's a former ace. She was on his team a few years ago when they were building. And
use her right now.
Yeah, exactly. Use her shooting right now. And she's doing her thing. She is doing her thing, and she's not getting the love she deserves, and I feel she should. So I got to give her a shout out. Another person who we're going to talk about her more later is De'Arica Hamby. She's just out there playing her butt off. It's good to see her healthy and back in form, and doing her thing, because she is a very, very good player, and I'm happy to see her doing well.
Yeah. I was reading this thing, and it's De'Arica Hamby leads the WNBA in double-doubles so far this season with 9 after last night's game. Collier has 8 in second, and then Brianna Stewart and Asia Wilson are tied for third at 7. Alyssa Thomas has 6. So yeah, probably you can expect Hamby to get one every time she plays the Aces because, you know, she shows up to have those FU Becky games.
Her Super Bowl. That's exactly what it is. It's an FU Becky game. Yep.
I'm like, you gotta be kidding.
Yeah.
And it seems like the whole team like knows, you know, like they're all
and they got her back. Oh yeah.
Like, last night, you know, every time one of them would score or something, you know, they're going up there and high-fiving her, like, yeah, you know, like I could just imagine the things that are said in that locker room about the Aces before the games. Oh man. But yeah, there's a lot of, you know, great players in this league. And, you know, what I will say is I have noticed a lot more is that, you know, of course, there's the Caitlyn fans that are just all about her, right? Like they don't watch anything else. They're strictly watching Caitlin Clark, the Fever. That's it. They don't care about who else is in the league. They don't care about nothing else. It's just about her. But I will say that there's another part of her fan base and, you know, fan base that she brought, you know, to the WNBA with her that have since, of course, came and they watched Caitlin Clark. But so much lately on my posts, I've been getting, hey, I'm a Caitlin Clark fan, but I love watching the Aces now. Hey, I'm a Caitlin Clark fan, but I love the way Asia plays, you know, so it is bringing eyes to obviously just her, the Fever, but to other, you know, there are other people that are now opening their eyes to the rest of the talent that's in this league. And hopefully, you know, as people continue to watch and, you know, they see these other teams that the Fever are playing against, they can be like, oh, wow, like these other girls do know what they're doing. Like, okay, this league is legit, you know, let me start watching more teams and, you know, continue to grow the game. Speaking of growing the game, let me share this with you guys because I saw this posted right before we went live. And I thought this was a pretty cool thing to show just how far the WNBA has come. So like I said, this was, you know, just a little bit ago, so the numbers are up to date. It says the WNBA has released a report saying attendance is up 156% from last year, and more than half of all WNBA games this year have been sellouts. About 400,000 fans have attended WNBA games this season, filling WNBA arenas to 94% capacity. This year's televised games, ABC, ESPN, etc., are averaging 1.32 million viewers, nearly triple last season's average of 462,000 viewers. WNBA Countdown is averaging 741,000 viewers, a 211% increase from last year's full season average. The WNBA's online merchandise store has already set a single season sales record with 4+ months left in the season to go, and sales are up 756% compared to last year. The WNBA's social channels garnered 157 million video views through the first week of the season, an all-time high and up 380% compared to last year. The WNBA set an all-time high for League Pass subscriptions last month with a 355% increase versus last season. So, in simple terms, business is booming.
Business is a booming. That's for sure.
That's pretty amazing, those numbers.
Yeah.
And like it says, there's still 4+ months of the season to go. So through 4 weeks of basketball.
It was a great first month.
Yeah. You know, like we've talked about all the eyes it's brought, and, you know, there's numbers to really show that is the case. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let me fix this. Right. Throwback said here, 5 subscribers away from reaching 800. Obviously, you know, those that are here for the WNBA show, the Asia show, that's what we do on Mondays. The rest of the time, this is a 49ers channel. So once we hit 800 subscribers, I do have some 49ers autographs that we're giving away, a bunch of 49ers numbered cards we're giving away. So we're just waiting to hit that. And then again at 900, there's a bunch of stuff to give away. And at 1,000, we're doing a jersey giveaway. If somebody wins it on the WNBA show, you can get a WNBA jersey. It doesn't have to be a football jersey. So current player team of your choice. So tell a friend to subscribe, help us reach those goals. And yeah, I'll make it worth your guys' while as well. All right, let's get into these games, how the standings are looking. Let me pull it up right here. Last time we talked to you guys, there was still one undefeated team.
Yep.
No more. They lost.
Not no mores, Holmes.
Let me get the Commissioner Cup standings. We'll go through that first. Because New York is kicking everybody's ass.
New York's undefeated. Yeah.
They've been playing some good basketball.
Yep.
As expected. This seems to be the norm for them the last few seasons. And then they get into the playoffs and, the Aces kick their ass. So here we are. Where is it?
Standings, okay. Commissioner Cup.
All right, I found it. All right, and so it's also, not just based on the wins, it's based on the point differential as well.
Yeah.
Which New York Liberty has plus a 66 point differential right now. So they have the most wins with 3. And again, this is for the Commissioner's Cup, which if you're familiar, those that aren't familiar with the WNBA Commissioner's Cup, if you're familiar and you watch NBA, the in-season tournament that the NBA did this past season that's going on right now, they got that from the WNBA Commissioner's Cup. So that was something that was started in the WNBA to see how it would work. The NBA said, okay, yeah, it works. We'll try it. And that's where they got their in-season tournament. So it's pretty much the same thing. It's just a little different this year because with the Olympics being right in the middle of the WNBA's season and then trying to add in the Commissioner's Cup as well, it has really messed up things. Like the scheduling's crazy. So the Commissioner's Cup's thrown all the way up here at the beginning of the season. It's not normally like that. It's normally like the middle, mid-season. But so that's what they're doing. So the wins count towards their regular season wins, plus it counts towards the Commissioner's Cup as well. So New York Liberty, like I said, they have 3 wins plus 66 point differential.
Well, you need to update that. They're actually at 5-0.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see. So then the point differential is way more than.
Yeah, that's 78.
Oh shit.
Go to WNBA site.
Damn it. Well, if you have it pulled up, you can just be seeing it.
So New York is at 5-0, 78 point differential. They've already clinched for the Commissioner's Cup championship. They're actually going to be the host team for it. So the championship will be played in New York. The teams are broken up into conferences. There's the East and the West, six in each. So New York has clinched the East. Out of the West, Phoenix and Minnesota are tied at both tied at 3-1 record, but Minnesota has a huge 53 point differential.
Wow, that
will move them into first place. So if they can win, I do believe they each play just one more game, and I think it might be against Vegas. I'm not sure, but if Minnesota manages to win, hold on, they will travel to New York and play for the Commissioner's Cup. Winner gets the cup and $500,000 in cash.
That would be a good game if it's those two. I like that.
That'd be a great game. Yeah.
That's who, of course, I was thinking from the jump that it's going to be because those are the 2 top teams as it stands right now. And they've both been playing some really good basketball.
Yep.
Phoenix, they just got Griner back. So I think had she been here to jump from the start of the season, like they'd probably be playing their best basketball right now as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, even with her only having, I think this was her second game back, maybe third, she's already doing, like, it doesn't even look like she was rusty or nothing. It's like, holy shit. So like I could imagine if she had been here, throughout the season, like they'd be playing some.
She didn't have the toe problem. Yeah. I think it's still bothering her some too. Like she's a little ginger out there at times. So imagine after the Olympic break when she can come back fully healthy, I think they're going to be a huge problem.
Let's move into that Olympics right now.
Oh, here we go.
This has been a big talking point on social media and with the WNBA since the Olympic team was announced.
Yes,
and that's because not Alicia Clark. Yeah, Alicia Clark was left
wrong
off,
Clark.
That's because Caitlin Clark didn't make the team. And of course, Caitlin Clark fans are not, very happy about that. So they think, I've been seeing them compare her stats compared with Diana's, her stats compared with Kelsey Plum, her stats compared against Sabrina, and they're trying to make a case that she's better than all of them and should be in their spot. I'm going to pull up this list right now of the players that didn't make it. I know that you had put out a tweet of another player that wasn't Caitlin Clark, who you felt should have made the team. Who was that?
Arike Ogunbowale.
That's the one I too believe is somebody was snubbed. I mean, she's been playing great basketball.
She's been playing great. It's not. For me, it's not a snub. It's just players who could have made it. Right? Like, all right. If I think of someone who could have made it, she's definitely one of them. Like she's up there.
I don't know why.
Like even a Kayla McBride right now is, like I said, playing her tail off. There's deserving players. But let's let you read off the list first. Yeah.
Well, because I'm having trouble finding the freaking thing here.
No. Hold on.
Like my phone is running crazy.
Oh, it's too hot.
It is.
Phone said, F this. Do your own damn research.
I give up.
You look up your own stats.
And I had everything saved right here too.
Oh. Let's see. I can find it.
The thing is that no rookies made that team. So to just throw in rookie would have been crazy. I still think, and I heard a lot of people saying the reason why they think Arike didn't make the team was because she's so like that she would have messed up the flow of the team. She's not like I'm going to pass the ball for the better of the team. She's I'm going to take every single shot and I don't care what else is going on. So I don't know.
She's a sharpshooter that way. Hold on, I got the list. So
all right,
the people who made it: Nafisa Collier, forward from Minnesota Lynx; Claire Copper, guard from Phoenix Mercury; Chelsea Gray, guard, Las Vegas Aces; Brittany Griner, center from the Phoenix Mercury; Sabrina Ionescu, guard from the New York Liberty; Jewel Lloyd, guard from Seattle Storm; Kelsey Plum, guard from Las Vegas Aces; Brianna Stewart, forward from the New York Liberty; Diana Taurasi, guard from the Phoenix Mercury; Alyssa Thomas, forward from the Connecticut Sun; Asia Wilson, forward from the Las Vegas Aces; and Jackie Young, guard from the Las Vegas Aces. 4 aces, people. Oh, you know what that means.
The Aces had the
winner,
most
winner.
4.
That's right. Winner. But yeah, that's the complete roster. So
I mean, there are a bunch of people, obviously, that are playing great basketball. But, I mean, this is one of the hardest teams in the world to make. You know, like there's only, 22 spots or something. I don't know. But, and how many amazing women basketball players are there? You know, like,
right.
My thing is that a lot of the women on this team have played on this team together before, or they have some kind of chemistry, they have some kind of connection, you know, and then you just want to throw in one rookie and say, okay, you're not going to have any playing time over these ladies, but go and sit on the bench just so you can appease to the masses.
Yeah.
Like they don't care. Like the Olympics runs 24 hours a day, whether somebody's watching or somebody's not watching. Like you turn on the TV, it's going to be running. You turn off the TV, on the TV 7 hours later, another sport's going to be running. They don't care if you're watching or not. It's going to be there. Like, you know, so it's not like they're trying to, like with the WNBA, they're trying to get all these eyes to it. And that's what Caitlin brings. Like, okay, you either watch the Olympics or you're not going to watch it. Like, you know, like it's not marketed the same way. So
no, well, that's just part of the stupidity of the argument. Is like, oh, we can help them grow the sport. You could bring more eyes to it. I'm like, excuse me, this is the Olympics. It's global.
Yeah.
The entire world is watching. How many more eyes is bigger than the globe? Right?
Exactly.
It's if you like the sport, you're going to watch it. If not, you're not. That's just the way it goes. But there's no more marketing that needs to be done. It's an Olympic event.
Yeah.
It's going to be marketed in every country out there. And what you don't know is that teams around countries around the world, like women's basketball is bigger in those countries than it is here. Like the US is slow to catch on.
Yeah.
But these teams have had national teams that play year round all the time. So it's huge. I mean, we talked about this before, how players from the WNBA go overseas to play because the opportunity is there. They're always playing and they pay big money because it's a big sport there. So there's no more growth that needs to happen. You can't market the Olympics bigger than it already is. It's a dumb argument that they're trying to make just to get her on the team. And you hit the nail on the head. These players play together. Like the Olympic team is not just, hey, let's get together and go play in the Olympics. That's not the way it's done.
Let's go to the Y and shoot some hoops.
Yeah. Let's just go to the gym and shoot it out. And then, you know what? We're going to go to Paris and play the world. What can go wrong? That's not the way it works. There's actually a committee, a pool of players that come together and practice with each other. And they do it for months. Way before this. So they build that chemistry and camaraderie. And the coaches select from that pool the best players to go play. Caitlin Clark did not practice with these players. She was still in college. She was still playing. She was in the NCAA tournament. So she didn't have the opportunity to. So to just thrust her in there makes no sense. So people really need to just stop pushing their agendas.
And the girl needs a flipping break.
And that's the thing. Everyone's talking about, oh, she came straight from college and went to the pros, and she's got this brutal schedule, and she needs a rest. But all of a sudden, screw the rest.
Let's give her more.
Send her to Paris.
Yeah.
What kind of stupidity is that? It makes no sense. Like, they should leave the girl alone. How about you celebrate the players that have made the team and root for them to bring home gold? Like, that's the point of the Olympics, to root for your team, to bring home gold and glory for your country, not to use it as a marketing event.
for one player.
Yeah, for
Not
one
the whole
player.
world.
we have a standard here. We're going for our 8th consecutive gold medal to once again show our dominance in the sport. That should be the focus. You win gold, guess what? You're marketed across the entire world.
Yeah.
That's simple. Ugh, people make me sick.
And a lot of these ladies that are playing this time, you know, that made this team, this is going to be their last opportunity to do so.
Yeah.
You know, health willing, God willing, Caitlin Clark going to have plenty of years left to make the team, right? Like
she got 5 Olympics in her easily.
You know, if she's healthy these next 4 years, she is on the next USA team. I guarantee it.
She's got
4 or 5
of these,
in
her easily.
Diana, she's not going to be playing when the next team comes around in 4 years. You know, like
no,
probably a bunch of more. Like probably half of them aren't even going to be in the league anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like 4 years is a long time, especially in this league. So
listen,
I don't
the
see
next Olympics. The next Olympics is here in the US in Los Angeles. Imagine Caitlin Clark 4 years from now, where her game has gotten even better, and she's on the world stage here on home soil
as a starter.
That's when you say, hey, all cameras point to her. If she is who you think she is and will be, that's going to be her stage. But not now.
Yep. And I'm glad that they did it the way they did it. They didn't have, you know, had they had another rookie make the team and not her, or had her and no other rookies, like it's just so much more. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine.
There used to be this stupid rule back in the day that a rookie or a college player had to be on the team.
Yeah.
So that's why people are bringing that up. And that's why like a lot of dumb men are pointing to, oh, Christian Laettner made the dream team.
Yeah. Because the rules were different.
That was 1992. We have moved on. And a precedent has been set that we want the 12 best players out there to bring home gold for our country. Not 11 plus 1. Not to say Caitlin Clark is a plus 1. She's wonderful. But at this point in time, like I said, we won 7 straight goals. We want to bring home that 8th. Let's put 12 best out there to do that.
I agree. All right. Let's move into the Aces games. I'm going to start it off by showing you guys a clip. A funny thing that happened.
Funny thing happened on the way to the Aces game.
Funny thing happened at the Aces game. Now, let me know if you guys see something. What you guys see going on here?
She is definitely your girl on this play.
Our girl, Alicia Clark, in the white out there, number 7.
Inbounding
Watch what
the ball.
she does.
Over the top, reversing through the person at the top.
Enrique with a steal, kick at the 3. Billings had it, lost it. Clark will be whistled for the foul.
Enrique with the steal.
I know.
A lot about it, Nancy.
You can tell that was a Wings announcer.
Even Enrique's like, what?
Enrique with a steal, kick at the 3. Billings had it, lost it.
So yeah, Alicia throws the ball right into
the person at the top.
Team.
Enrique with a steal.
Thankfully, Enrique missed the shot.
Yeah. So it's funny. Enrique was on Sports Center.
I could not believe it.
Yeah, she was on Sports Center, which was a great interview. And she said, you know what? I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. Because you saw I like hesitated. Then I'm like, well, shoot, I'm going to shoot it.
Yeah.
She wound up missing it. That was too funny.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, come
Yeah.
on, Alicia, you out of all people, like we're constantly on
Mhm.
this show. I'm every day on Twitter sticking up for her, all this shit, and then she goes and does something like that. Like,
See,
so
I had her back
the
though.
Aces, they're such clowns and pranksters
Oh.
and jokesters. I knew, like, oh, this is gonna get bad for her because they're never gonna let her live it down. And sure enough, like they started going in on her.
And so get in there. I wish I was a fly in the locker room after that game, because I know the jokes was crazy. I know they was letting her have it. Oh, it was too funny.
Right after that, they're like, because there was a penalty on the play right there. So as the other team's up there shooting their shot up there, you could just see Alicia's just standing on the line, just cracking up. Her face is like purple. She's laughing so hard, and I think it was Plum across from her. You could see her freaking cracking up too. I'm like, oh boy.
Kelsey Blum was waiting for the inbound, and even she was shocked. She was like, "Oh, what do you do? What did you do?" It was too funny.
Shaq had that. What's that segment?
Like
Shacked-in, Shacked-in a fool.
That would have made it
for sure. Alicia Clark needed to be on there. So that was our first game this past week against Dallas. That's the game that the Aces won 95-81. That's the game that Asia, she got her ass kicked. There was a bad collision between Alicia Clark. Was it Alicia and Enrique?
It was Alicia and Enrique.
Yeah. So those two that just had that thing
early in the game, but later on,
they both collided. Alicia went down, hit her head. Like I thought for sure, if this was the NFL, she would have been out on concussion policy. Concussion,
exactly.
Whatever protocol. Yeah. Because you could see her head like freaking bang against the dang floor. So I thought for sure she was going to be out. She somehow came back in. Like I said earlier, Asia got kicked or something to the face. Her nose was bleeding. And then on another play, a couple plays later, she got hit in the eye. So she's like on the side of the court trying to get her contacts in.
Yeah.
It was like a freaking mess. I'm like, can we just get out of this game? Like, Jackie was already into that game. As you guys know, we're already still short Chelsea. So Jackie was sick and she shouldn't have played any of those past two games that she played. She didn't play last night. But the game before that, she shouldn't have played. And this game against Dallas, she shouldn't have played.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's wrong with her, but it's affecting her, whatever it is. So any real thoughts from that Aces win over Dallas that you want to?
Well, we spoke about Asia. The highlights we showed was from that game, and she was just doing it all. I mean, it was nuts. And that goes to show you, like I said before, you know what? If we run the offense through Asia, good things will happen. All will be well. And we need to do that more often. Like they seriously need to run through her more often. But the offense flowed overall. Jackie, even though she was sick, gutted out, played 35 minutes, scored 19 points. I mean, she looked like her normal self. I mean, it was amazing what she was doing. And Kelsey Plum added her 20. So it was a good game overall. I think defensively, what they were doing, crashing the boards and limiting the Wings' fast break opportunities was good. That helped get them the win. So I thought that was like the start of a very good week, despite Asia getting beat down the way she did. I mean, she got hammered. You talk about that Alicia Clark play where she hit her head. The possession that started off is when Asia got hit in the nose and her nose was bleeding. And that non-call rebound led to the fast break where Alicia and Enrique got into it and Alicia wound up hitting the floor. So that whole sequence was wild.
Yeah,
to see that from beginning to end. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm worried about Asia down court. She's still getting up off the floor. And while she's getting up, rising, Alicia crashes into the ground. And it's like, oh my gosh, season's about to be over right now. This is crazy.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It was wild.
But they came out with the win, so that was a good thing. It seems though everybody was, Alicia played the following game, so no concussion there.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Who knows if they even check?
I know, right?
Asia, of course, she's a soldier, so she soldiered on.
The way Asia got hit in the head, she should have been checked for a concussion.
Seriously. The Aces then played Seattle Storm and got their butts kicked 78-65.
Why you gotta put it like that, man?
I hate losing to any Seattle team in any sport.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I do like this Seattle team and what they're doing. Jewel Lloyd, she is an amazing basketball player. You got Diggins Smith, obviously a legend in her own. I'm glad to see her, finally get back and get her game going, and she's starting to look and feel like her normal self out there. But the 49ers, the Aces, they're just not just this game, but overall, their bench has just been terrible. Besides Kate, when she's coming off the bench or whatever, but I mean, we talked about the last couple episodes about how Becky hardly will play rookies. She doesn't give rookies playing time, and how Kate was always coming before we got Tiffany. Of course, she was the first one coming off the bench. So that shows you she had already stepped in front of those other players that have been warming those seats on the bench the last how many ever years. And then Megan, I don't know what's going on with her. I even, sent Ty a message yesterday. She can't find her shot. Nope. Her defense has been shit. It's becoming a point to when she's in the game, I'm feeling like she's a liability out there because she can't. What's she doing out there? We have nobody to rely on to get buckets coming off the freaking bench. And, when you're missing Chelsea and nobody's really inserting themselves saying besides Asia, of course, but saying okay, I'll take the load and I'll fucking score some points here. No, we're have to wring out the freaking bench to get little 3 points here and a 2 points here. It's we can't win games like that, especially last night when we have 2 freaking starters out. It's the bench is shit. They need to do something. You can't, just because you have favorites or whatever. I don't know why some of these players are continuing being kept, but we need more out of the fucking bench.
Yeah, they got to do more. And I was upset in Seattle game because Sydney Colson didn't get in. And with Jackie Young being sick and under the weather, I thought that was a good game to put Sid in, veteran.
Yeah, we only got 3 points from Jackie that game.
Yeah, she was sick. I mean, she played limited minutes, really. And when she was out there, you could see in her body language that she was not herself. In the Wings game, you couldn't tell that she was under the weather. In this one, you could clearly see she was off.
Yeah. And
she only scored 3 points. I mean, she wasn't really shooting. And when her shot was off at that. So I would like to see her rest, get Sid in there. One thing Sid can do is run plays. And I think we talked about this before. We need someone who could truly play point to settle things down and set things up and get things set up. I mean, I repeated that. Sorry. Because there was a couple of plays where Asia on a switch was matched up with Skylar Diggins Smith. And that's a huge mismatch in the Aces' favor. That's an automatic bucket and probably an and one. And instead of setting that up and if Chelsea was out there, you knew she'd be get on the block.
Yeah.
Post her up. I'm going to get it to you. and let her go to work. But instead, like the ball just swung around, someone drove or kick out for a jump shot. And it's like, no, exploit that mismatch. And it didn't happen. And it was frustrating to see. So the personnel, the bench, it didn't work out in their favor. I mean, Kelsey Plum did all that she could to try to pick up the slack. And after a rough first half for Asia, I mean, she absolutely turned it on in the second half. You can tell she said, all right, I'm going to put this thing on my back. Just get me the darn ball, get out the way. Because she was doing all she could on both ends of the floor as normal.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, she had, 6 points at half, finished with 29. I mean, that's a heck of a second half. But like you said, it was just too little by others, especially the bench, to get it done. And like Megan Gustafson is supposed to be that 3-point shooter, help them get buckets, and she seemed gun shy out there, to be honest with you.
She can't make a three to save her life.
Yeah, so it was rough. It was rough. I mean, and even Tiffany Hayes was struggling to shoot out there. She was not shooting well. That's why I thought, like, okay, put Sid in. Let's see what she got. She can do some things. And it just never happened.
Well, there has to be a reason Becky's not putting her in. It's not just because.
She's played every other time. Like why wouldn't you play
great.
her now when you're down
like
a guard? Great. Yeah, when you're down a guard and your other guard's struggling. Like, I didn't like that decision.
I don't know. All right. Last night, the Aces went to LA. Like we mentioned, obviously down Chelsea still. They sat Jackie this game. Mm-hmm. And Kate Martin got her first start. That's nice to see. And the Aces came out like on fire in this game. I think it was 14-0 run or 16-0 run, one of the two. Yep. And I was like, okay, this is going to be this kind of game. Good. We just coming off of a loss. Like we need to win, right? And already it was probably still 3 minutes to go before halftime, and I was already pissed. Like I'm texting Ty, like, what the fuck's going on? Fuck this, like going off. I'm like, what the hell? Like night and day difference. Like they just all of a sudden forgot how to play basketball. Like I don't understand what was going on. Like we said, Hamby like is MVP Hamby when she plays against the Aces and Becky.
He turns into like Joe Montana out there.
Yeah. I'm like the Aces, their defense has just been so trash. They can't guard shit. I mean, they fought. It was a game, they were battling back and forth. It was a good game, but I mean, a game that shouldn't even been that close to begin with, and then you end up freaking losing. And it's just like, so I don't know. Your thoughts from the Sparks game. Now the Aces are sitting at 5-4.
Yep.
After that loss.
This is the one that frustrated me. Like Seattle, not so much. Because Seattle does have stars. Nneka Ogwumike is a number 1 overall pick. All-star, MVP. She's dope. Skylar Diggins-Smith was a perennial all-star before she took her maternity leave. She's dope. Jewel Lloyd is called the Gold Mamba for a reason. She trained with Kobe Bryant. She plays like Kobe Bryant. She's dope. And they got a young star in Izzy McLemore, who's budding before our eyes. So that's like a nice core dope team full of veterans that know how to win. So, okay. Although they should have won that game, I don't mind that. I can see a loss happening, especially when the 2 guards are going off and you're down, you're down Jackie Young. This one here, the Sparks, they're not a good team. They are not a good team. They are not on the Aces level. Even being down a Jackie Young and a Chelsea Gray, this should not have been close. But lo and behold, they stunk it up. They found a way. And it's something we talked about from the beginning of the show, how the offense just doesn't gel. And I'm noticing that it goes into these lulls. Versus Seattle, like they went like 5 minutes without scoring. Like 5 game time minutes. That's half the quarter. That's a long time. And I think it was the second quarter of the Sparks game, they went another 4 or 5 minutes without scoring. I mean, just a drought. Can't buy a bucket. It's just terrible offense. And that can't happen because the one thing the Aces are supposed to do is be able to score. Defense, they have some things to work on, but offensively, that should not be a problem. And it's turning out to be one in important stretches because the other team is going on runs. And you got to be able to stop their run. So this was bad. Even though they battled and it went down to the wire, it was only a 4-point game, but still, it shouldn't have been that way. And this one, the defense you give up 96 points to the Sparks? No, that ain't supposed to happen. But they were playing out of their mind. I mean, they found something with a little pick and roll on Kelsey Plum with little Ari McDonald, and they ran that play just like every time down court.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like the Aces never adjusted to it. So like have her come out and score 16 basically off of one play, it was nuts. It was frustrating. And to see them just run the floor. Yeah, and run the floor. And the refs did not help. I mean, that double technical, we're going to call one on the coach and the player. That was terrible.
The refs have been shit.
That was terrible. Yeah, but this one was frustrating. It was couldn't stop their fast breaks, and the turnovers was driving me nuts.
Oh my God, I swear.
I mean, they were just throwing the ball away. The same thing happened in the Seattle game.
Mm-hmm.
Just literally throwing it away. It was like, what are we doing out there? Can we get a clean offensive possession sometimes? It was rough.
I agree. What's up, Bebop-aroni? Melly, what's up? Joey, what up? Hashtag Aces to get into the giveaway. Let's see, you got a glare right here, but I don't want to take it out. So we're gonna give away this. The scratches is just on the case, people. Okay. So get in there. Hashtag ACES Aces. Yeah. I hope Chelsea gets back soon because oh my God, we can't afford to just keep losing games that we should be easily winning.
I don't even want her to go to Paris. I just want her to stay home, rest, kick her leg up, continue to do her little practice and be 100% full go for the end of the season. Because she is the glue.
Yeah.
You can see the difference. So, yeah, like pick an alternate, for the Olympic team and let Chelsea just chill at home. She got a brand new baby. She don't need to be traveling. Just stay home. Stay home. Enjoy baby life for a month and just rest. Rest that whatever that lower leg injury is.
Hey, Corona. What up? Baby? So right now, the current standings in the W, Connecticut Sun still at number 1, 10-1.
Mm-hmm.
Although Connecticut, finally broke their undefeated streak there, The Mystics still have yet to win a game, people. 0-12. Do you think they even win a game this season? Like, what are they doing over there?
They're gonna have to.
Like, I don't understand. In a league that has so many stars, like, you can't have girls that are like shit because there's too many. Like, we don't even have enough teams to even have all the players. Like, how do you have a team that has yet to win a freaking game?
They can't get right. Like, they're like that game against the Fever. It's like they were just leaving people wide open. Like, Caitlin Clark was just wide open, just shooting free at will.
Shit is crazy.
Like, every other person was like, "Oh, guard her, get on her," not them. Just doing whatever. It's bad, and I understand they're down two of their best players. Shakira Alston is down. Yeah, Shakira Alston is down, and Brittany Sykes is down, and they got a lot of young players there. But man, they are looking just rough.
It's crazy.
They could probably win some later in the season when those two get back and they solidify some things. But it's looking real rough right now.
So yeah, we have the Sun at number 1, Liberty
I hear you, Melly
at number
Mel's.
2. We got the Lynx in 3rd place, 8-3. Seattle Storm have taken 4th place at 7-4. You got the Dream at 5th with their records 5-4. Bless you. The Aces are 6th. Their record is 5-4. Mercury 7th, 6-6. You got the Chicago Sky at 8th, 4-6. LA Sparks 9th, 4-7.
Yep.
The Wings 10th, 3-7. You then got the Fever 3-10, and the Mystics, tonight, as we said, 0-12. Nastiness, very nasty. Who do the Aces play next?
Oh,
we play tomorrow the Lynx.
Oh, great.
I wonder if Jackie's going to be back.
I know. That's a big thing. Yeah, I hear you, Melly Mel's. It's like, what is going on? They're a head scratcher right now. But like I said, I can understand it, but still, it's like,
they couldn't even beat the shitty Fever.
Yeah. But like I said, they played terrible defense in the game. Oh, yeah. Aces played the Lynx. We know what happened in the first game. They went to Minnesota and actually destroyed them. Played great defense. Played great all-around ball. The Nafisa Collier versus Asia Wilson matchup lived up to the billing.
Mm-hmm.
That was must-see TV. You know what? I'm going a little rant here. You know, the media likes to point out, hey, it's like Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. They don't even guard each other.
Right.
One's way out past the three-point line, and the other's right underneath the basket. They don't guard each other. They play two totally different positions, two totally different styles of basketball. It is not a thing. It's not one versus the other. But this matchup, the Lynx versus the Aces, Nafisa Collier versus Asia Wilson, they actually guard each other. And these are the two of the best players in the league. And they go at it. And it's not anything vicious, just great basketball with passion. I mean, that first game, both of them in the first quarter, early in the game, they were both diving on the floor for a loose ball, like they were in game 7 of the championship. And I was like, see, that's two competitors wanting to win. And every time down floor, they was going at it, doing their thing, getting the best out of each other at times. It was great to see. It was great basketball. So I'm pretty sure this game will be the same way. It's just whether or not the Aces can get their defense together and if we can stop them again. Because if the Lynx get hot, they can put up 90-plus points on you.
Becky must be screaming a lot lately because for somebody that preaches basketball starts through the defense, she talks about it every single press conference, every single thing. Like the shots will fall or shots will happen, but it starts through the defense. And their defense has been shit from game 1 to game whatever we're on. Shit.
If I see one more person just streak right down the court on a fast break and get a long pass and just lay it up, it's like, my goodness. How many times are you going to let that happen?
Craziness. Let's draw this winner.
Let's do it. Let's pick a winner.
Good luck. Good luck. Sorry, nobody wins.
Hashtag rigged.
Good luck. Maria's back to win everything.
Telling you, man. It's like roulette.
Congrats.
Maria's red and Tia's black. Just put your money on one of them.
I need you guys come out to Vegas and make me some money. All right. So
Maria.
Before we get out of here, rapid fire. Ready? Through 4 weeks, tell me what players go for each of these things here.
Okay.
Right now, who is leading the way for MVP?
There's one name on the list. That's Asia Wilson.
All right. Who is leading the race for most improved?
Oh, it's got to be Dejanay Carrington.
That's who I had to.
From the Connecticut Sun. She is balling. She's starting for the first time this season. And on both ends of the floor, she's doing a phenomenal job. And fun fact, she's a 49ers fan.
She is?
Yeah. I don't know how when her dad played for the Chargers, but she's got some good sense on her. I
didn't even know her dad played for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Give me DPOY.
Oh, that's Asia again.
All right.
I told you she's leading the league in blocks, 6th in steals for a freaking center, or your 6'4" center, forward, whatever you want to call her. I mean, that's just phenomenal.
Yeah. All right. Give me the leading rookie. Give me one for offense and one for defense.
Offense. Oh man, this is so loaded. Okay. I'll put Caitlin Clark there simply because she's leading the rookies in scoring. But it's the advent of the 3-point shot that boosts her up. So it's kind of like, even though she's shooting 30% from out there, it's like
yeah.
But you know what? I'll factor in her passing and such in there. Like, she does impact the offense overall. So she's doing a phenomenal job being a distributor of the ball and getting her teammates involved. So I'll give her that one. Yes, I got to look at this in total. So I'll give her that. Defense, to me, is Cameron Brink. I know she can't stay out of foul trouble, but she's so aggressive on defense, and she does like alter shots when she doesn't block them, and she's not afraid to jump in the passing lane and do those things. I think when she learns more just like discipline and know when to be aggressive versus just chill, oh yeah, she'll be in that defensive player of the year category further down in her career.
The only one that I had different is Caitlin Clark. And because
for offensive rookie, gotcha.
Yeah, because I have Kate, so sorry for you. Sorry for you, Caitlin, but
it's all right.
I have Kate.
Kate's in there. You know what? If I was to factor in turnovers, that's a whole different category now.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Miss just throwing the ball away.
If Kate were starting, she'd be doing a lot better than a lot of these rookies that are starting.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. The minutes played is a huge factor into this. Because if she was, I think her numbers would be through the roof and she'd have a lot more impact. But I'm loving her off the bench.
Yeah.
Kate Martin jersey sold out, by the way, people.
I hope the Aces make some kind of moves to do something with this bench. I hope we can get our peeps back. But overall, through 4 weeks of basketball, there's been some great games. A lot of players are kicking ass. Except for those Mystics. Sorry, Melly, but
yeah, Melly, they'll get it together.
I hope we make it through the season, and by the end, we can say, Melly, you gotta win.
Exactly. when they get Shakira and Brittany back, I think they beat the fever.
Sounds like a 90s pop group. Shakira
I know, right?
Brittany.
They about to do a duo.
Any closing thoughts before we get out of here?
Nah. Just we got another good group of games coming up this week. Like I said, looking forward to the Minnesota game. That should be a fun one, and hopefully that could be the win that starts a win streak and propel them on to some things. Because it's needed badly.
When is the Commissioner's Cup game?
I'm not sure.
Let me look. See if my phone wants to work yet, or if it's still overheating.
Let's see.
So that prize pool, they all have to share that, or is that per person?
I believe they share it.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just one pool. They split that.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Like they could at least share, like split, like twice that much or something. Tuesday, let me see, which will be played on Tuesday, June 25th.
Okay,
so we'll see you guys a couple times before then.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to lots of great games this week. I'll be back sometime this week to talk 49ers. Me and Ty will be back next Monday, every Monday, to talk Aces, WNBA. So if this is your first time here, please come back and see us again. And yeah, chat, you guys have been awesome as always. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. Remember, it's important, especially if you have little girls, to get their eyes on the W. Let them watch the game. Let them know that, this is the option for them. That let them dream big. Remember, if they can see it, they can be it. So, so, so important. Let them know. Put the games on. Get them into it.
Yep.
And yeah, Ty, I appreciate you as always. It's been
Yeah,
wonderful.
appreciate you.
Episode 4. And we'll be back next week for an even better episode 5. We're out of here, y'all. Have
See
a
ya.
great week.